Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 19 of Nuclear Earth Reirradiated. Today is Thaumcraft Day. Let's dive right in. So the Thaumcraft quest is still blocked by this one, which I guess has us making a piece of Salus Mundus to get started. So yada yada yada. I think the number one thing you have to do in Thaumcraft is actually pick up a crystal and go to bed, but I've long since done that. You get like a note that unlocks this info. So anyways, 3 types of Vis crystal, redstone dust, flint in a bowl. All right, so let's take a look at our Vis crystals. Oh, we don't have a lot. What about these? We get these from our void ore miner. Can we turn them into crystals like a macerator or something? No, we cannot. But we can turn them into crystals, I believe, by placing and breaking them, right? You can turn them into 1 crystal each that way. They can also be, like, you can place them and then grow them and get more. Maybe we'll deal with that later. I'm thinking if I want to set up, actually, let's set up a system to automatically just turn these crystals into 1 Vis crystal each. So we need a placer and a breaker of some form. Proof of concept, there's all there is to it. A placer places it, a breaker breaks it. Oh, breaking it with a breaker like this doesn't actually, it voids the crystal. Okay, don't break it with a breaker. All right, this block breaker also voids the crystal. This is proving to be more difficult than I expected. There we go, found something that's capable of doing it. I don't know why most of the devices break it and don't get a drop, but a destruction plane or annihilation plane seems to successfully and perhaps even faster than the others turn the crystals into Vis crystals. So there's our proof of concept. Let's build a system around it. Well, that's weird. Fire crystals apparently don't drop from the void miners. Well, all the other ones do, right? There's 6 different basic crystals, and flux isn't one of them. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's the other one that's missing? Air? Yeah. Huh, I wonder why these 2 crystals are excluded from the list. Are they more special for some reason? No? Who knows? Alright, well, this is going to be less useful because it doesn't actually produce all of our crystals, but whatever. This should only take a couple minutes for it to turn all of my useless crystals into useful ones. As far as I could tell, these, like, in crystal form, they don't actually do anything, so this will suffice. Alright, cool. Anyways, yeah. And it's very fast because there's 4 of them. So that's a crystal taken care of. Now let's turn some of it into Salus Mundus. We can use any 3 Vis crystals, so later we can use whatever we just happen to have a lot of. But, how does it... Oh, the flint is returned too, isn't it? It doesn't actually use up the flint or the bowl. I think that's why we're getting the flint in our inventory. But, quest complete. Alright, that should allow us to make the... not the Necronomicon, the Thaumanomicon. Lots of Nomicons going on here. That requires a bookshelf of any form. Make me just toss your Salus on it. Wait a second, and voila. This serves as both, once again, a documentation book as well as a resource book. So this is how you do the research for Thaumcraft. So first steps, we have to make an Arcane Workbench. That is by, once again, sprinkling the Salus Mundus, this time on a crafting table, if memory serves me right. I know the quest, or not the quest, but the, whatever the Thaumanomicon tells me, but there's too many words in there, and I can't actually read. So, there we go. Do we have to pick it up for anything? No. Do we have to pick it up for the quest, though? Magic. Nope, we have to hit a checkbox. Yes, we do. Haha. I wish these quests gave rewards, even if they were useless rewards. It feels good to get useless rewards. What was my goal? My goal was to make Thaumium here, right? So I just need a Crucible for that. That's made, but actually I might have to unlock the tech before I can even do that. Yeah, I don't care for you. This one. Complete. Now it wants me to make a thermometer and scan some stuff to gain a point of fundamentals observation. I hate this part of Thaumcraft. Crafting in the Arcane Workbench is also really annoying because it's not applied energistics, so like I can't just have it automatically pull stuff from storage. There's also no Thaumic Energistics in this pack, I believe. Well, there's Thaumic Additions. But yeah, no Thaumic Energistics. There's also Thaumic Additions and Thaumic Tinker, but that means that we can never get full integration between our two systems. Oh well. So anyways, the thermometer, when you scan something, it there we go. Every now and then you get points, depending on like what that thing is made of. It can also scan inventories, but it unfortunately can't scan the ME system. Like I think, can it scan a mouse over? It can. But anyways, every item is, well, not every item, most items are composed of aspects, and when you scan an item, you get to learn what those aspects are. I think JEI also, generally speaking, just tells you. It's in, let me find an item that actually has, here, this tab. So, well, at least it doesn't say, it kind of says what's in it, at least indirectly. Whatever. Anyways, my point was, by scanning stuff, you get to learn about aspects. Woohoo. Hopefully at some point, yeah, we gain a point of fundamentals, which means we can complete this thing. There's another way to gain research. That's through this, like, research table mechanic. I kind of hate it, so I'm going to hope to not do it. Actually, there's a third way to gain research, and that's from ancient, nope. From this stuff. No, not that stuff. I must not have any. Dang it. There's a thing called, like, ancient knowledge or something. Curiosity? Yeah, these. They are relatively rare drops when you break Thaumcraft ores. Do I have any Thaumcraft ores? I have a tiny bit of Cinnabar. This might not even count, because I don't think it, I think it's Silk Touches. Oh, look. That's a way to get redstone. Huh. How reliable is that? I suppose that's probably a better redstone farm than a witch farm. Whatever. Yeah, no ancient curiosities for me, alas. This amber bearing stone from Thaumcraft I think is the best thing to give it, but our amber ore is from biomes of plenty, so I'm relatively doubtful that this will contain ancient knowledge. Doesn't look like it, alas. But can we transmute? There we go. So use the Forge Lexicon to turn amber-bearing stone into Thaumcraft amber-bearing stone. And then this dictionary or dictionary converter, I believe, can now just do it automatically for us. So take this amber ore, turn it into that amber ore. And then, now we're in business. This should, at least every now and then, there we go, preserve curiosity. So let's set up a system to actually make that. Breaking it, I think, requires fortune to get a good ratio, so I'm not gonna like use an auto breaker, but at least we can convert all of our ore over, and then I can manually mine it as needed when I need rare earth. This amber stuff, though, I think is pretty useless, as far as I can tell. Oh, we can turn it back into the ore. That knowledge trick lets us work around half of Thaumcraft's awful research system. The other half is that you still have to do things in the order prescribed in the book, otherwise the recipes just literally don't craft anything. So, we have now discovered alchemy. Good. I don't think I need to go any further than this right now. All I need is a crucible to make thaumium, right? So this is made... Nope, see here how JEI gives you this, like, X mark here? This is saying that you can't do this research, or you can't do this recipe without having this research. If I were to throw iron into this crucible, instead of giving me thaumium out, it would just decompose the iron into 15 points of whatever that is, metallum, which is obviously not what I want. Technically, this is actually a one of the Thaumic JEI add-on, I think, gives you this page. Without it, Thaumcraft doesn't even tell you its recipes until you do its research, which is by far the most obnoxious thing in the world. Anyway, since I've discovered alchemy, I get a new tab. Sometimes you just have to read the thing to open the tab. I think is this the tab I want? Alchemical metallurgy. It wants you to make an alchemical brass ingot. So that's copper and tin. This part's so annoying, I hate it. Before I do any Thaumcraft stuff, though, I want to be sure that the pollution I generate with Thaumcraft doesn't destroy our base. Now, technically, our base is already polluted with radioactive waste, so like, what's a little bit of flux to make it worse, right? Well, radioactive waste kills me, or radioactive whatever activity kills me, and like, that's suboptimal, of course. But flux in Thaumcraft kills the base. It'll turn it into a bunch of useless purple blocks. So, to deal with that, I am going to... Is this at build height? Let's see. Can I build above it? Or do I have to build... But anyways, yeah, the... Nope, that's at build height. So, the Thaumcraft's flux system will turn my... Like, it'll destroy everything. So, I obviously don't want what I want. Horizontal wall? Yes. So what I'm going to do is build a ceiling at literally the world build height. This has two effects. First of all, it, I think, might even prevent the snow from falling on my base, so we're no longer playing Snowcraft. Secondly, though, and perhaps more importantly, is that it will build... Place. There we go, that's what I want. Now we're in business. It'll prevent the spawning of the things that turn the base purple. So those things spawn at the highest Y level that it can, like above your base, basically to ensure that they spawn above ground. But I don't think anything's allowed to spawn above Y level 255. So by doing this, I'm hoping we have a double effect of both saving our base from the Thaumcraft monsters and preventing snow from falling. I think snow also can normally build up on glass, but you can't build up on glass at build height. Aha, Minecraft mechanics. Thank goodness I had a robust glass source. Let's actually check how much glass I used up in this process. I think the bin that glass was in was full at the start of it, so... We started at 262,000 probably. We're down to use 50,000 pieces of glass. But hey, now we have a ceiling that keeps the snow out and keeps the flux out. Now we can start using the Crucible with some degree of safety. Be careful around the Crucible. If you right-click it, the item in your hand gets placed into it and molten down forever. So like your wireless terminal, yeah, it has aspects on it, which means if I right-click my wireless terminal on this Crucible, it's gone. I've done that more times than I would like to admit in the past. So I kind of hate the Crucible for that. But anyways, the first thing we needed to craft was that alchemical brass, right? Oops. Spelling is hard. So this is made by not this type of brass, the other type of brass. Come on. Where is it? Does it not even show up in JEI yet? Oh, help me. Is it called something else? Alchemical brass ingot. Who knows? But anyways, that's throwing a copper ingot into a crucible that has instrumentum in it. Unfortunately, I can't click the instrumentum icon to pull up the page here. So this page in JEI will tell me every item that has instrumentum in it. Thankfully, instrumentum is one of the easier aspects to get pure. So if you have leftover, stellar's not a very good choice, but if you have leftover stuff in your crucible when you're done crafting, that's what makes the mess. So we're trying to avoid that, even though we can technically handle it. I'm trying to find an item that is relatively pure in instrumentum. It's close enough. One piece of something else isn't going to ruin us. I found Invar shears, which are pure instrumentum. We can also scan it if we want for some... Look, we gained a knowledge of something. Anyways, throw these in. If you put all the points in the thing, it does slowly decompose. Like, gonna tell me what's in here? I guess not. Alright, whatever. Throw the copper in next. And in theory, oh no, we did get all, wait, we got brass. That's not the right ingot. Are the two ore dictionary together? Oh, is it unit? It might be getting instant unified. Hold on. I don't want this brass, I want the other brass. Yeah, what's happening is as soon as I touch the ingot, instant unify is converting it from brass into, or from alchemical brass into brass. But that's enough to complete the research, so works for me. There we go. Now we've unlocked the thaumium ingot recipe. So same thing, except now we need slightly different resources. This is probably a more difficult one to get exact ratios on, but I'll deal. For this, I'm going to use Mana Steel for the Precantational Source, because it's magic, and I guess Mana Steel is magic. Proof that Botania is a magic mod. And Dirt for the Terra, because Terra is dirt. The thing will give excess byproducts, so the Mana Steel has 10 metallum in it as well. For that, we can clean it up with quartz slivers to suck up the excess, or we can just release it into the atmosphere and hopefully it does nothing too harmful. But I'm going to try to clean up after myself, at least for the time being. So, give me a stack of iron. Now, in theory, if I do this all at the same time, we'll probably cause some decay in the Crucible, but I think that's okay. So, let's see how much of it I get back. Yeah, so like we got significantly less than the theoretical yield because of decay in the Crucible. Or maybe because I didn't wait long enough. I don't know. Anyways, instead of having the full stack, we only got 52. That's one of the downsides about Crucible crafting, is that it is a little bit lossy if you're doing large quantities at a time. And I'm surprised there's still stuff to suck up. Nope, there's no more. All right. So at this point, the cauldron is clean and we don't have to worry about byproducts anymore. But anyways, I think this is just enough thaumium because I only needed like a block for each void miner, right? All right then, let's go upgrade our void miners. In addition to the tier 3 controllers, which we can now make, we also need to upgrade our frames to tier 3. So it's 56 per, and I have 3 miners. So 56 times 3 is, what, 115 plus 18, 168. 168. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Some iron, some gold, quartz, diamonds, yada yada yada. All right, have at it, I guess. Well, 600 titanium. I'm glad we automated our titanium passively. Besides that, everything else is just more of what we previously had. So each one can accept up to 8 modifiers each. However, it only takes, I think it's 5. Let's see, at tier 3, yeah, it takes 5 to reach maximum speed. So I only need a total of 15 speed modifiers. The rest, unfortunately, normally I would use luck modifiers. Luck modifiers gives you a chance. Oh, there's a recipe for luck modifiers now. Last I checked, there wasn't. But luck modifiers gives you a chance to get more output. So like instead of getting 1 ore, you get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 ores. But this isn't exactly happening anytime soon at a neutronium ingot per, so we will just leave them with blank modifiers for now, I think, to reduce cost. The tier 2 miners, where I think it was 160 ticks per item, these start at 160 without any upgrades, and with upgrades, naturally that number just goes up, so they're a lot faster. I think it goes up to 32. Wow, that's a lot faster. Was the previous one? Or the previous one may have been 80. Okay, the previous was 80, so this is more than twice as fast. Energy usage went up from, what was it, like 5 point something, 5,500 to 16,000-ish. I think it's about the same energy per ore. So it's just straight up a faster, better machine. I believe tier 4 or 5 is when the void miners are the most energy efficient. As you get higher tier, like the tier 6 is not the most energy efficient, but whatever. Right now I'm literally throwing away energy, right? Because I can't use it fast enough, like with all my reactors running on stuff. So faster in this case is just better. While these miners are about 2.5 times as fast as the previous tier, I don't think they're fast enough for me yet. So let's go for the tier 4 immediately afterwards. To pursue that, I'm going to put crystal lenses on these because the crystal, I doubt it's going to be the bottleneck in our process, honestly, of getting to tier 4, but tier 4 uses a new crystal, these palladium, that we can only get from tier 3 and above miners. So have it start collecting that. It takes a couple hundred palladium crystals to upgrade each one. So anyways, tier 4 numbers, yeah. What exactly do these void ore? Let's see. Why does 5 show up there? Void resource and void botanical miners. They require void metal and the next tier of abyssal craft block. And elf glass. So we have to make a trip to... Okay, so we have a lot of magic mod progression to do. I guess since it's Botania Day, let's work on the void metal. Void metal is made by throwing void seeds into a crucible and void... What can we... Oh! Screw you, Thaumcraft. I'm making void metal this way. Yeah, make me void powder, and I can just blast furnace this. Huzzah. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but Craft is way more annoying than this, so we're gonna do it this way. Thanks, blast furnace. You're a real bro. And just like that, we don't have to do more Thaumcraft today. Excellent. It's not that I actually hate Thaumcraft, but without Thaumic Energistics, it's kind of a slog, so we'll put it off until later. Classic, tried and true approach. Anyways, this stone then comes from Abyssalcraft. I believe there's actually a tooltip on it, but like the tooltip, let's see. Similar to this, perhaps taking a look in the Necronomicon will help, but the Abyssalcraft also kind of kills that extra bit of the tooltip, so that doesn't actually tell us anything. I find that kind of funny. Anyways, this is just for getting to the next dimension in Abyssalcraft. So, let's do that. Then first thing I have to do is take my Staff of Rending and upgrade our Abyssonomicon. I think I may have been calling this... Oh no, it is a Necronomicon. Wait, does it become an Abyssonomicon later? What's an Abyssonomicon from then? I might be getting games confused. Anyways, we have to take it and upgrade it to the next tier book, and that's by skinning it with some mob skin of some sort. Anyways, it's the core thing is we have to get this essence, which comes from right-clicking mobs until this thing has full energy. I believe we get it's like 1 or 2 energy a right-click, and that's just it. We have to right-click mobs in the Abyss dimension for an incredibly long time. So where's my teleporter? Let's head over there. I think this is the one I built it at. I should really just put a well, we go through the corium water that hurts us. And then I should really put a teleporter up here somewhere so I don't have to go through that. And then start clicking things. Hey, you don't count. Do you count? No. Has to be the Abyssalcraft zombies. It also hurts them, so we can't click the same zombie forever. There's really a lot of suffering going on here. I've come up with that strategy. I hope the big guy can't hit me. Guy doesn't even have skin. Build a Build a 3 tall pillar and ow. They generally speaking can't hit you. Ow. Okay, except the big guy. Go away, big guy. You're incredibly rude. Hey, this thing has a chicken. Maybe that's where I get my initial feather from. Should have brought a soul vial with me to capture that chicken. I guess now that I know that zombie jockeys spawn here, we can use that to get our feather to spawn further chickens. But yeah, more right clicking now. I'm halfway there-ish. I have 1 skin and ow! Dang it, the things like put the stupid Corium Plague down, which means I have to move. Corium Plague really sucks, by the way. It's like a wither effect, except for 30 seconds. I got my 3 essences. I think I'm out here. Is there anything else I need these for? No, just to upgrade my book. And yeah, I don't want to be in this crazy place anymore. I should look into the cyberware mod at some point. Anyways, back home. Map that new skin around our Necronomicon. Apparently it deletes all your PE. But that should be the quest, and then bind it to yourself again. Alright. There we go. Next thing we have to do is to... I guess we can optionally upgrade our staff now. So the upgraded staff requires 1,000 PE. Let's go charge this Necronomicon. But we have to make this infused whatever power stone to advance to the next dimension, which is done by making this key. Our new Abyssonomicon then is charging, and I think my charger is actually quite efficient. I made some changes to it now. Apparently the statues only work if they're not adjacent to another statue, so I set it up such that all of them are charging, and there's just lightning bolts going off all over the place. Already, yeah, like it's already in the thousands. Cool. So, while that charges, then we have to make this Power Stone tracker. These work kind of like Eyes of Ender, but you literally just like throw them to find the thing and then you mine it. So I guess the quest gives us one to make life a little bit easier. Excellent. The other thing we need to make the key is the Eye of the Abyss, which comes from killing Ashura the Fallen. which I think, does this book tell me about it, or do I need to actually have the higher level book? We summon them with a ritual, so I guess we need the higher level book. All right, hey, charge a book while it's in my hand so I can read it. Okay. That's a downside of charging it in your hand. You get struck by lightning from time to time. Anyways, yeah, this ritual here summons Ashura the Fallen. It has to be done in the abyssal wasteland dimension, and besides that, I think that's all there is to it. The next thing we have to do is actually do this ritual there. Am I gonna die? Corallium plague. Let's eat a golden apple. No, I'm not going to die. So it needed 2000 P. We actually have enough. Then I'm just gonna, let's grab our materials, make those power stones, and then go summon this boss. We have to kill it afterwards. It's a dragon. It's not particularly difficult, but we should be prepared. While we're at it, why don't we try out the repair talisman, see if that'll repair the transmutation gem. So how exactly does it work? I assume it just like randomly adds oh, there we go. Our durability on our gear is going up. Since this is not going up, I assume it doesn't affect it though. Alright. The transmutation gem appears to have defied all my attempts to repair it, and thus will just make new ones as needed. Rituals here are done much in the same way they're done in the overworld, it's just you're in a different place. So set it up. Working off the top of my head here, so I think the last item was a bucket of this blue stuff. Totally don't remember what went in the middle. Dang it. I probably forgot to actually bring that item with me. Oops. Home. Oh, up a level, one more. Rituals, Abyssal Wasteland, here we go. Wait, what goes in the middle? Does nothing go in the middle? Do rituals work without anything in the middle? I guess it does. Alright. And then it summons a thing, and we kill it. I hope I had enough energy. It was 1,000, right? Oh, there you go. Die, you. Tough boss, I know. We did it. Somehow, some way. And that dropped us the thing. Did it drop us the thing? Oh, there it goes. No, it still has I'm looking for like the heart. Or this thing, the Eye of the Abyss. One Eye of the Abyss, please. There we go. Okay, so we have the Eye of the Abyss. We need the key is our ultimate goal. So I have a transmutation gem, and we can now get this by making the 16 power stone trackers, which I forgot to do. All right, let's head back to the overworld, craft those real quick. This quest seems to be self-resetting, so if I claim it, it resets. I guess if I don't claim it, maybe we can get it to mark as being done so that I can actually like do the further quests. There we go. In order to actually unlock this quest, make sure you have to do this one a second time. Just don't claim the reward. Although if you ever hit the claim all button, I don't know what happens. I guess if we complete this quest, then we can lock that one back up. Anyways, this quest requires 10,000 PE in our book, which is as much as the book holds. So I started charging it, but it'll probably still take another couple of minutes to reach the 10,000 mark. Let's see where we're at. And 6,000. All right, leave you here. Jeez, I held you for 1 second. Could you not strike me down with lightning, Abyssal gods? Thanks. All charged up, so let's set up the ritual now. We need these. Take that bucket back. These 3 items, and what goes in the center? The gateway key. Did I bring it with me? No. Ugh, I want my wire. I wish I had interdimensional wireless terminal. There'd be so many trips back like this, but alas. I believe this is just a strict upgrade to the gateway key. We can still use it to open portals from the overworld to the abyssal waste by using it, say, in the overworld. But if we use it in the abyssal waste, then instead of getting a return portal to the overworld, like that, we can instead get a portal to the next dimension. At least I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So put that there. No sacrifice required, right? Alright, have at it. and it drains all 10,000 P from our book. But this should get us the next portal any second now. Ta-da! And we still have a few uses left on a Transmutation Jab. Cool. So now that this quest is completed, if I claim this... Oh, it closes it. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Now if I right-click with this key, we get the other portal. I think if I shift right-click? Yeah. If I shift right-click, I still get the return portal. This is technically a way to farm this stone too, right? All I'm after, I think, is this dreadstone. So instead of actually going there, I can just farm that stone off the portal. But let's take a quick visit. Wait, I guess we have to visit it in order to gain knowledge. Step inside. It's very red. It's very, very red. I don't even have knowledge of the key anymore. Oh wait, now there we go. All right, so yeah, now I know that, you know, I get actual tooltips. Drop off a teleporter here in case we have to come back later. Chunk load that, and then let's grab, what's it actually in? And then let's grab ourselves a little bit more of this dreadstone. I think it's this red stuff, and never come back here again. And with that Abyssal Knight stone now, we technically have everything we need to make the tier 4 void ore miner. It's just the resource and botanical miners that require elf class. So why don't we, since we don't have much time for today, make the tier 4 void ore miner, and then we'll hold off on the other two until tomorrow. So that requires just nabbing a few enderman souls. It takes 148 pieces of palladium to upgrade a single tier 3 void miner to tier 4. That's accounting both for the 4 blocks that go into the controller, as well as the pieces that go into the structure frames. So we're almost at 148. What I'll probably do is wait like the, 2, 3, 4 minutes it takes to get a couple more pieces of this, and then upgrade one of them. And then I'll come back in like another hour off camera and upgrade the other one, just so that between episodes we can have 2 tier 4 void ore miners running to produce a bit more of that thorium and uranium good stuff. According to the book, the tier 4 miner is twice as fast as a fully upgraded tier 4 is twice as fast as an upgraded tier 3. The main benefit really is that it has more slots for luck upgrades, but as we saw, I can't actually make luck upgrades for a while, so it's not actually a huge, I mean, it's, double. Double is valuable, right? So that's 33,000 versus 16,000. It's like marginally less energy efficient as well, but whatever. Yeah, all these blank modifiers, the only other option to put in there is accuracy, which marginally improves the rate that you get the thing you're aiming for, like with the lens, but not really. Like the amount it increases it is so incredibly low that I don't think it's worth the energy cost, even though I suppose the energy cost is still free. I'm still throwing away energy, but whatever. There's one tier 4 miner. This should be a crystal lens. Yep. So that'll give me some tier 4 crystals, as well as give me more of the, well, a miner gets the crystal for the tier above it, right? So that's going to be tier 5 crystals, which we should see. Let's see. So those are the palladium crystals. Come on, give me the next tier one. Did it form? Does it say, yeah, assemble true? Once you get to these higher tiers, you actually get the crystals reasonably fast, just because like the miner is reasonably fast. So come on, give me one. Don't make me a liar here. There we go. Ionite crystals. So these are a component of the tier 5 structure and the tier 5 structure, or whatever, the tier 5 miner, I think. Yeah, the various tier 5 things. Oh, actually, is this solar? No, it looks like the solars in environmental tech are disabled altogether. That's probably reasonable. The solars in environmental tech weren't exactly reasonable blocks to begin with. All right, so on that note, why don't we wrap up for the day? As I said, I'll upgrade the other one to tier 5 between episodes so that we can have maximum mining for our nuclear reactors. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.